One key to a successful retirement investment portfolio is to create the conditions for patience. Now, what I mean by that is investing in short-term assets to back up your short-term goals and in long-term assets to back up your long-term goals. Those short-term assets could be things like money market, cash in the bank, CDs, treasury bills, short-term bonds, things like that have stability, so that you know that when you need to use the money to cover your expenses, that money is going to be there. But that is also investments that are not going to have the growth that you need for the long term. Those short-term assets have a much smaller growth over the long term because they have the certainty in the short term. So in order to meet your long-term goals, to keep up with inflation, to have what you need in the future, then you need to invest for the long term in those more volatile long-term assets that have the higher growth. If you have enough years of short-term needs covered, then you know that you can allow those long-term assets to grow as they need to, and when you reach the point in time that you need them, they will have done what you need them to do over that longer period of time. When we look at what the market does on a normal basis, on average, it's up 53% of the time on any given day and down 47% of the time on any given day. That is just on a one-day basis. But when we look at it over a decade, it's up 94% of the time over any decade and down 6% of the time over any decade. So it has a very high probability of doing what it needs to do over a 10-year period of time and longer. And so by investing so that you have short-term assets backing up your short-term goals, long-term assets backing up your long-term goals, then you can have the runway to give you the patience to allow the long-term assets to do what they need to do so that you can achieve your goals over all of your retirement. Keep up with inflation and cover your future spending needs 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now. And that is what I mean by creating the conditions so that you can have the patience that you need to have. So I wish you the very best in putting your retirement portfolio together. If you have any questions for me, feel free to send me an email and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any other future videos.